I mean, he's a good guy. I think he's like good for like press and stuff, but as far as a president, he hasn't really done what he promised he was gonna do. So I mean, kind of lacking on that aspect.
I like him to a certain extent. I feel like a lot of things that he's doing, like I understand he's trying to help, but it's really not helping.
He lied.
There's like, you know, I have mixed feelings. I mean, he's a good guy. You know, it's cool that he made a stand. You know, he wanted to be the first African-American president, you know, things like that. It was kind of hard for him when he first started. Bush didn't really make it easy on him. He kind of left everything in, like, poop. And he kind of had to, you know, start from the bottom. And, you know, now we're here. To quote Drake, but... but, you know, yeah, I mean, he's alright. Like, I don't really know much. I try not to get too involved with politics. That stuff is going to drive people crazy someday. It already does as it is. But, yeah, that's my take on Obama.
I think that he's awesome, and I'm not really into politics, but I know he's trying hard, but I know he'll get better.
I don't really follow politics as well, but I've heard he's done a lot of good things for the country, so I guess I support him.
I like Obama because I feel like every stereotypical gay likes him because of, like, for the gay rights, he's like for gay rights, and he's for women's rights, and I like that, so I like him.
I don't really know anything about it much, so.
Obamacare thing, I think that the insurance is good for people who can afford it. A lot of people don't like it, but for reasons because they think it's still from their taxes or whatever, but I think it's a good thing. If you can pay or afford your insurance, then buy it.
What even is Obamacare?
It's healthcare, yeah.
It's a health thing, and if it's working, then keep going.
All I know is it's healthcare, so I guess if it's working for the country, then go ahead and do it. Okay.
I don't have it, so it ain't for me.
Good in theory, not practical in the U.S. because there's a reason why privatized healthcare is expensive and good. And there's no reason why people should be dropped on insurance to get a almost as expensive, shittier insurance. Just for the welfare of people. I believe if you have the money to spend it, you should. And if you're in a weird middle ground, go back to college and get a good fucking job.
I feel like it's crap because, first of all, it's taking from people who actually work hard and giving other people a chance to say, oh, okay, well now I could, instead of being full-time, I'll go down to part-time. Or if I'm already part-time, I'm going to go down to like 3 days a week instead of working 4, just so they can get health care, which is totally unfair and unreasonable.
It's horrible, and there's way too much of it, and I just think that not enough effort is being put into like take care of poverty and like help people out. I just think there needs to be more awareness about it because I don't think really the country knows how much there actually is.
I feel poverty is like a very common thing in the United States, and it's horrible. And I think we should do a lot more to like help people who are in poverty, but we're not really doing too much of a good job of it.
That's sad. It's sad, but I think that people get themselves there in some situations, or in most, but so I kind of don't have sympathy for it as much as I should, my opinion.
Poverty. Definitely a major thing in the world, obviously. It sucks, I can assure you.
Sucks. It's a dick. I take care of myself. I work for my money. I have my own bank account, so it does suck when you have to pay your own bills and realize that your bank account is going really fucking down in this economy. Yeah.
It's a big issue in America. I feel like it's not something that people should have to go through, but it's also about their life choices that put them in poverty. So poverty, I mean, is something that people bring on themselves, technically.
No.
I've never lived in poverty.
Never lived in poverty.
been there actually a couple times in my past. I'm balling now, but in my past,
So you yourself have lived in poverty before?
Yes. I guess, yes, in poverty in certain aspects. I mean, in the sense that, like, when I was younger, from the age 4 to about 7, I lived with my aunt, and it was me, my mom, my stepdad, my aunt, my uncle, my 3 cousins, all in one tiny house in Queens. So and we always had to watch what we spent our money on. I don't know how we went from that to where I'm living now, because I'm telling you, I'm balling. But there was that, and then living with my dad, that was much, much worse. He never really went to college. He went to trade school. So he jumped from job to job. He was, limousine driver, taxi driver, real estate agent, and, those can only bring in so much money. And he was pretty poor. Give the guy $15, $14, and he'd somehow make that last throughout the whole entire week. But, I've definitely been there. It sucks, but, I'm fortunate enough that I don't have to continue living like that.
Well, unfortunately, I live with my aunt and uncle, and they do well, but the fact is I'm a 22-year-old male, and I go to school part-time, full-time, depending on the semester, and I work full-time, so my money is my money. They try to take care of me, but they have their own bills to pay. So we are middle class, but being in a poverty-stricken situation, I couldn't even imagine, because I still struggle.
I think I have. I mean, it's been times where it's like, okay, we can't pay the rent or the mortgage, but I mean, we're okay now. So I guess I lived in poverty, but it wasn't as bad as most people would think. It wasn't to the extreme, so.
Raised because no one can actually live off $7.25 an hour. So.
Yeah.
Just be raised because you can, especially people who can't get a good job, or with the kids or whatever, they can't afford to have a good life with only $7.25 an hour. Is that it? $7.25?
It's $7.50, $7.75, something like that.
I think $7.25.
Oh, it's $7.25. So yeah, you definitely can make a good living.
It's not that bad. I think it's reasonable. I think the only problem would be hours, and hours is really hard to get. Starting off with a new job, but you just work up.
I'm glad that they're increasing it for those who are still getting it, because I'm not. $10 an hour. Thank you. Told you I was bowling, like I said. It is good that they are increasing it. I feel like the fact that they are increasing it will, encourage more kids to want to go out and find jobs and busy themselves and keep themselves out of trouble and doing stupid things. So yeah, I'm pretty cool with that.
Age should be a motivation to go back to school and get a goddamn job. I don't see how McDonald's workers can make $8 an hour or possibly more, and then still complain about it when they work at McDonald's. I work in a restaurant and I make money off tips. So for me to bust my ass and do things the right way and make a decent amount of dollar for them to get paid a higher wage and complain about it, I just don't understand the issue.
Minimum wage, I feel like, is for students. Nobody at the age of, 30 should be working minimum wage, because you can't live with a minimum wage. $8 an hour or $8.25, it's not going to do much when you have a whole family to take care of. So it's crap.
Do you yourself get minimum wage?
I actually get a little bit.
No, I get paid above it.
No, I work off tips, so it really depends. Some days I could average about $15 an hour. Other days that are good, I could average 25 to 30. So it really depends the day, and I can't complain about that.
Okay. When you
Safety. I mean, they're out to protect us, so I feel like they're doing their job usually. So.
Yeah.
Yes, to certain people, if they don't like someone because of their skin or their sexual orientation, I've seen it before. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they scare me a lot, actually. When I see them, I really get freaked out. Even if I'm doing anything, if I'm not doing anything wrong, I still get freaked out. But I don't really like them. I'm not fond of them.
Holy shit. But, it's a man in uniform. and this sounded really dirty, but it's just really scary. It's scary and intimidating, but it just gives you that sense of don't do anything stupid.
Run. Just kidding. I don't know. It depends on what I'm doing when I see this police officer. If
Just
I'm
driving,
Just
yeah.
driving?
Just driving.
Go faster and see if he'll come after me. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, oh snap, there's a cop.
So you get more worried than you probably should be?
You know, it's like, I get worried, but then part of me is just like, you know, I don't care about no cops. Screw the 5-0. You know? Like, I'm my own man. I do what I want. I'm not doing anything wrong. But then again, I've had so many weird encounters with the police in my past.
How so?
Just like there have been cops that I've been pulled over by, and they'd be really, really nice. Like, I got pulled over. I got my very first speeding ticket that I got was $385. And I remember I was doing 95, and he only clocked me at doing 85. And this was I think I was going to Montauk at like 10:30 at night. Don't remember why. And I was driving my friend's car, and at the time I didn't even have my full license. I only had my junior's license. And, you know, he gave it to me as if, you know, I had my full license and everything. He let me go, and it was cool, you know. But then again, there have been cops that have pulled me over, and there'd be two of them, and one of them would be, like, yelling at me to, like, hurry up with getting my stuff out and, like, things like that. And, you know, only because they're being jerks. And, you know, it's, like, 2 o'clock in the morning, and
Yeah.
I'm speeding home, but, you know, they think, oh, my God, a bunch of teenagers. They're probably drunk and being stupid. Obviously, I wasn't drunk and driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have to deal with a lot more shit than we have to, and they have to be scrutinized by higher authority. So when I see a police officer, I give them the utmost respect because they went through an academy, they had to get some sort of schooling, and they see things on the day-to-day that, you know, I wouldn't want to, or I hope they get fucking paid for what they do, pretty much.
Oh, that's a good question. I never really thought of it. I just be like, oh, there's a police officer. Oh, hi. And that's really it.
And that never makes you worried or anxious?
No, I'm not scared of police at all. But I don't do anything bad, so I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the situation, but usually I feel like I could excel ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it depends. Like, it depends on the person, right? You're just asking me.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
Yeah. I think I can get to the top because, like, you can always work your way up, and from where you are, you can always better yourself in some way.
Yeah.
If you want the certain future, you'll get it.
You believe in, like, the rags to riches story.
I believe in the rags to riches story. Yeah.
Definitely. There's this thing with self-actualization. And, you know, you just reach your fullest potential, and if you can get there, then do it. You can reach your fullest potential, so do it.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Especially because, like I said, I'm balling now. But, my mother, and my stepfather, they both lived in Haiti, which is a very, very poor country.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have half the privileges that I have now. And, you know, they came here, relatively, you know, at an early age. My stepdad might have gotten here when he was like 24, something like that. Or no, actually, no, I think he got here at like age 19. My mom around the same age. And from there, they finished their schooling. They went to college. They both got their master's degrees. My mom is now a business manager of client implementation at United Healthcare. My stepdad is now a retired teacher and doing, you know, a bunch of side, like, music lessons here and there.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, you know, she's getting paid 3 figures. My stepdad, you know, he's getting paid handsomely, too, and for doing nothing now. So, you know, looking at them and looking at other people in my family, I feel like I wouldn't be able to allow myself to, you know, not get myself to the top of the social class. You know what I'm saying? All these people, all my elders around me, they all started from the bottom. You know, there was no, like, born into, you know, being rich and things like that. They all started from the bottom, and they all they all progressed and they all made their way to the top. So I feel as though I personally have, different skills that I may be able to apply to my future positively that would allow me to make my way up to the top of the social class. So yes, I believe it is possible.
Jay-Z did. He started off selling drugs, and look at him, he's hanging out with Obama.
So you believe in like rags to riches?
It's the American dream. It's what we do. You start off at the bottom and you work and you hustle and you work 60-hour weeks and you hope to bank away some money and invest it and hope for a better tomorrow.
Like I said before, it's all about the decisions you make. Like I have friends who I grew up with where we grew up with what people call the hood, and my friend, he graduated high honors from all his schools. He actually has his bachelor's. And we grew up in the same neighborhood. So there's no excuse. It's all about the effort you put in is what you're going to get back out. So if you're not working hard to move up, then you're not going to go anywhere.
I'm all for it. I think it should be legal in every single state. I think it should not be even an issue. I mean, I can go on a rant about this, but I just think it's completely ridiculous, all the hatred towards it.
Okay.
Well, obviously, I'm like 100% for gay marriage. I mean, I have a boyfriend. Like, if I would, I don't know, like, say if I want to marry him, but I mean, it's like good that we have the choice to marry people because some countries don't, and that's really messed up. But
Gay marriage, I support it 100%. I love how far it's come. Like how many states have voted yes to gay marriage. I feel like love is love, and it shouldn't matter if you marry like man or woman. I feel everyone should be able to marry whoever they want and be happy with their life.
Hell yeah. I think it's great, and even if I wasn't, I still support it. I feel like people should live with an open mind. Everyone's entitled to how they feel, so let them feel that way. Everyone should feel validated. So
I have nothing against it. Like, if you're gay, be gay. Like, I mean, I have one of my closest friends, I don't really talk to them anymore, was actually pretty gay. They were actually gay.
Oh, okay.
Gay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said pretty gay.
Just
they are gay.
They're gay.
And, like, I have nothing against gay people. Like, if you want to be gay, be who you are, I don't think there should be anything against it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I go to church every single week, and I know it says in the Bible, like, blah, blah, blah. But I guess that's one of the few things from the Bible that, like, wouldn't really, like, bother me, Like, if you want to be gay, like, that's who you are. And you shouldn't have to change who you are just because society is against it. If you want to marry someone of the same sex, you should be able to.
Gay marriage, don't have a problem with it. I have a problem with double standards, that they have a gay pride parade and expect to be held in a different social stigma, and then when you try and treat them with the social stigma, it kind of backlashes at you, and that leads to what I like to call reverse racism. Because everyone wants to be accepted, so if you want to be accepted for who you are, I don't understand why we have to make you a big deal or make it different. Everyone should be on an equal playing field.
I guess it's okay. I mean, I'm not big on it, but I understand the reasons behind it. Like, they want the same benefits that a straight couple would get, and it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, why not be able to use your husband's health insurance, whether you're gay or not, So, but it shouldn't, I feel also people shouldn't want to get married based on the benefits that comes with it. Because if you truly love someone, then that's the reason why you're getting married, them, not because of the benefits that come with in a marriage.
Okay. Yeah, a man's dollar is a woman's 77 cents.
yeah, so a man's dollar is a woman's 77 cents. I think that's like kind of unfair because women probably do as much as men do. If not, some people probably do way better than men do. Not to bash my own sex or anything, but gender or whatever. But yeah, I think it's unfair. They should get as much or as equal as men do.
Okay. So
That is complete bull, and that women and men should be equal regardless, and if anyone thinks that a man can do a better job than a woman could in any sort of situation, then they're completely wrong, and I just think it's awful. So.
Okay. I think it's totally sexist, and I hate it. I feel everyone should be equal and have an equal opportunity in the workplace. I think that not being paid as much as a man is illegal in my sense. I don't think that should happen. I feel everyone should be equal in life.
I think women have come a long way, and we fought for a while, and look where we are now. I think we deserve the equal amount of pay.
In a sense, I don't really feel like it's a big deal. I know I'm young, but I'm a little old-fashioned. I feel like a man should be not really making more than a woman, but he should be bringing home more, and he should be contributing more to the household than the women. Because end of the day, if we're having the kids, most women decide, okay, when we have kids, we're not going to work, we're going to take a year off, or we're going to wait till they start back school to, for us to get back into the work field. So I can understand why it is important for a man to make more money in the workplace than a female, because there's not really a bigger chance of them saying, okay, we're going to leave the work field to go take care of kids. Mostly that's the women.
Thank you.
Being that I am, even though it is 2014, unfortunately, till this day, I still have had to have dealt with, people segregating me and, treating me like I'm different just because of my skin color, and women shouldn't, be making less money than men just because they're women. There are a plethora of jobs out there that require women abilities that men can't do, or at least can't do the right way. There are many different things that women can do. I feel as though women should be treated. Women are equal to men and should be treated equal to men, if not better. You have a single mom raising 2 kids. Chances are, it'd be better for the kids rather than if you had a single dad raising the 2 kids. Don't get me wrong. The dad may love his kid and, things like that, but there are certain things and certain feelings that the child will receive from the mom, if the mom is there to, be there for them and things like that. And it's just, I don't know. I feel as though something about that definitely should be done. Women shouldn't be getting paid less than men. It's pointless.
Yeah. Women have more responsibility, so they need
Exactly.
more money.
Definitely.
Okay.
No problem.
Hypothetically speaking, boy and girl goes out on date. Who does the girl expect to pay?
The guy.
Exactly. That's why I say men making more money. It isn't right when you're looking at social stigma and the gender roles that we have placed in our society. It does make reason, and women expect men to be the breadwinner at some point. Do I think it's fair? No. But based on our society and the social stigmas and gender roles that we have been given, what the fuck are you gonna do?